My name is Ted Smith. I'm from Canada. I am a business consultant by day and a professional cheermaster by night. I moved to Japan in February of 2015, so 6 years and change now. I came to Japan because I was scouted to work on the cheering staff of a professional baseball team. I've had a lot of jobs since I came, but starting in 2019, I started my own company. We're a logistics and business consulting company. So I help people move to Japan and start their own business, and I also help companies from overseas sell their products in Japan. Yes. Foreigners living in Japan or people outside of Japan who want to live here can come to me and we help them get set up with their own company and a company manager's visa so they can move here and be in control of their own visa and their work. Well, compared to other countries, the barrier for entry, the minimum capital investment to make in order to start your own business is much lower in Japan than it is in other G8 or immigration destination countries. So all you need to own your own visa in Japan is $50K and a good business plan. $50K US. In ordinary times, we could have your paperwork in and done in 6 to 8 weeks, and your visa would be 9 to 12 weeks later. Now, obviously, right now, because of the global pandemic, no promises as to when the border is going to be open. But if you're thinking about moving, you should start planning ahead now. Yeah, I think Japan is a great place to live. It's very peaceful, very quiet, very little crime. And well, unfortunately for a lot of people, it's not easy to get a job other than English teaching. But there's a lot of talented people living here now and a lot of talented people who want to come here. And so I thought maybe what I do is help try and pay it forward and help people who want to come here and have this experiences like I had. Well, starting a business is never easy. It's not as easy as you think it's going to be, but recently, with changes in the immigration laws, it is now easier than ever to start your own business and own your visa. So I would recommend anyone who is wanting to get out of the English teaching game or anyone who's wanting to come over but doesn't want to do teaching English full time. This is a real viable option for ordinary people. Well, I do a lot of modeling and acting in addition to working for my own company, so I'm a very busy guy, I guess. The hardest part, I think, is finding time to balance my work and my hobby. So I'm on the cheering staff of a professional baseball team. If you go to a baseball game here, you might hear trumpets playing and people singing very loudly. It's very different from a baseball game back home. So I'm part of the team that brings excitement into the stands. I guess you could call us the hype team. This is not for a professional baseball team here. This uniform that I'm wearing now is for the Canadian national team. Well, there's a whole ocean of difference. Canada's a big place too, so it's a little harder to generalize, but where I'm from in Canada, especially, people really always tell you what's on their mind, even when you don't ask. Whereas I think in Japan, very often people will tell you what you want to hear instead of maybe what you need to hear. Japan's a very different place, and that's what always made it interesting to me. What I like most about here is just the energy, what's going on. This is a place where things are always under construction, things are always changing, there's something always new. And Japanese people are very excitable. That's what made joining the cheering staff so attractive to me. Well, until recently, if you wanted to live in Japan but you didn't speak fluent Japanese, the only way to come to the country and live here was working as an English teacher. And although I think that's a great job for a while, especially in your 20s, as you get older and you want to go different places in your career, people kind of stall out, and then a lot of people just decide to go home. even though many people, I think, would maybe rather live here or start a family here. So part of what I wanted to do with my business is to try and help people, or part of what I wanted to try and do with my business is to help give people options to stay. There's a lot of talented people with degrees and so much more than just teaching English, you know, STEM people, but also artists and stuff that want to work here but can't just because they don't qualify for that kind of visa. But if you were to start up your own business, you can do whatever you want. Oh, who knows what my future holds? Every time I try and make a prediction, I end up being crazy wrong. If you had asked me 10 or 15 years ago where I saw myself, I wouldn't have told you working as a professional cheermaster in Asia, but here I am. For the time being, I want to focus on growing my business and obviously getting better at cheering. And then, I don't know, hopefully someday soon start a family. I don't know. I know I want to be here right now, and I think that's all that really matters. I'm definitely kind of a live in the moment kind of person. Yeah, stop looking for job sites on English teaching and start trying to figure out a way to get another job. There's so much more out there if you really look hard for it. And if you need help with that, I'd be happy to help you in any way that I can. Well, the Olympics, fingers crossed, the Olympics are supposed to be happening this year. And I'd actually like to talk about the Crazy Maples Club. So in 2015, I founded an organization. We're an Asian-style cheering club. We're a cheering club for the Canadian national team, especially baseball. So we do Japanese-style cheering for the Canadian national team whenever they happen to be inside Japan or South Korea. Oh, and Taiwan, of course. So we're called the Crazy Maples Club, or the Kakkoku Kyofu Kai. Yeah. So so far we made appearances at the WBSC Under-18 tournament, the Premier 12, the World Baseball Classic, and a couple soccer friendlies. Just trying to build members and keep going. Open membership, anyone can join. Although this uniform is a little expensive, so you have to buy one. Anyone who's interested in joining could check us out on the following SNS services. Just send me a direct message and I would be happy to talk. Just one more thing is, like a lot of people, with everything that's going on right now, a lot of people are always thinking maybe this is not the year to start my own business. But I mean, to use my favorite sports aphorism, if not now, then when? And if not you, then who? My name is Ted Smith. Thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you this summer during the Olympics.